What stirs at your spine's base? A coiled serpent of ancient power, ready to rise like a flame through hidden corridors. What forbidden energies surge when the veil rips, shattering illusions? Feel that core tremor, a primal call to ascend beyond deceptions. This is Kundalini's gateway, sacred fire igniting your soul, yet hiding perils for the unprepared. Today, we dive where transformation roars. Close your eyes, attune to your spine's hum. Ready to unleash? Seek guidance. Don't rush. The awakening starts with a whisper at your root chakra, the Muladhara, where dormant energy coils like a serpent in deep, eternal slumber, guarding the threshold of raw, untapped power that has been revered in ancient traditions from India to beyond. Sensations emerge gradually or suddenly. A tingling heat at the base like embers glowing on dry tinder. Subtle vibrations rippling upward through your spine, or prickling itches that feel alive, insistent, and almost electric, as if your body is coming alive in ways it never has before. Doubts hit hard. Is this madness creeping in? Your body's unexplained betrayal? Or the undeniable call of your soul's destiny? Hidden dangers surface early, uncontrolled surges that can ravage the unprepared, triggering intense feverish sweats that drench you in the night. Unyielding tremors that shake your limbs uncontrollably, or stinging crawls along your skin like invisible insects. This is the first crack in the grand illusion. Your ego sounding frantic alarms as the serpent stirs from its rest, threatening to unravel the fragile web of normalcy you've built your life upon. Yet Kundalini calls persistently, a spark flickering in the void, offering ascension and enlightenment amid these risks that ancient texts warn of. Ego fights back fiercely, building walls of fear around the possibility of losing sanity, watching it slip away like sand through your desperate grasp. Pause here, seeker. Breathe deeply, pulling Earth's primal force up through your roots, grounding yourself like an ancient tree with deep roots in stormy soil, unshakable against the winds. Exhale slowly, turning the initial stir into a steady, rhythmic pulse that calms the chaos. View these sensations as fleeting sparks in your inner forge, some fierce and blazing like a blacksmith's hammer, others faint like distant lightning on the horizon. Who watches all this without succumbing to fear? That quiet, steadfast observer within you is the dawn of your true awakening, a protective guardian against the serpent's potential wild and unpredictable rise. What early Kundalini symptoms have you noticed in your own life? Share in the comments below to connect with others on this path. As the energy begins its ascent, shadows explode forth, emotional floods crashing like a bursting dam, drowning your heart in long-buried wounds, ecstatic highs, and everything in between, forcing you to confront layers of the psyche you may have ignored for years. Betrayals resurface as searing, sharp pains in the solar plexus. Grief tightens its hold like thorny vines wrapping around your throat chakra. Rage boils up from the belly like molten lava erupting from a volcano deep within. These are the real, often unspoken dangers. Kundalini's immense force amplifying unresolved traumas, hurling you into turbulent psychic storms. Manic bliss and euphoria, 1 second that lifts you to heavenly states. Abyssal despair, the next that pulls you into dark voids. Or overwhelming fatigue amid bursts of hyperactivity that leave you exhausted yet wired. It exposes the suppression story, scripted by society and your own subconscious, to keep you asleep and compliant, unraveling now in raw, unfiltered intensity that can feel both liberating and terrifying. Rest here for a moment. Anchor your breath deliberately, drawing unyielding stability from the Earth's molten core, like cooling iron forging into unbreakable steel that withstands any trial. Inhale deeply, invoking the soothing scent of sacred sandalwood or purifying sage smoke, its essence stirring distant memories of ancient rites, cosmic balance, and shamanic ceremonies passed down through generations. Exhale fully, confronting a lingering shadow head-on, a festering anger that burns like an unchecked wildfire ravaging a forest, or a profound sorrow that drowns you like an endless, relentless tide pulling you under. Whisper to it gently, "You are merely fuel for my inner flame. I am the eternal fire that transforms and transcends you." Feel the serpent's powerful energy cradling it tenderly, its coils unwinding to release the hold, allowing the pain to flow away. What dissolves in this process? Kundalini alchemizes peril into profound potency, forging unbreakable resilience from the darkest depths, turning the heavy lead of emotional burdens into radiant spiritual gold, but only with wise intentional guidance to navigate the intensity. Have these emotional upheavals struck you during your journey? Let's discuss in the comments. Your stories could help others. Control crumbles inevitably as Kundalini surges wild and unchecked, your ego's once mighty throne collapsing like fragile sandcastles before an unstoppable tidal wave. You may cling desperately to familiar routines, mapping out life's path with rigid precision and over-planning, attempting to command the divine current as if it were yours to dictate. Yet the serpent forges its own unpredictable ascent, defying all plans with erratic bursts that can come at any moment. Dangers loom large and tangible. Spinal shocks that feel like sudden electric jolts racing up your back. Insomnia's cruel grip twisting your nights into endless fever dreams where sleep evades you. Physical pain manifesting in strained muscles, aching joints, or digestive upheavals, or hypersensitivities that heighten everything, making everyday lights, sounds, and touches overwhelming and isolating you from the world around you. The hidden truth pierces through. Unprepared awakenings can court true madness, a severe psychic overload that ancient yogis and modern psychologists alike have concealed or downplayed to maintain the slumber of the masses. In full surrender, however, you discover hidden wings amid the chaos, the guarded wisdom of flowing harmoniously with the fire rather than fighting it. Close your eyes if the call arises. Inhale slowly for a count of 4, drawing in nectar from the cosmos's hidden well, pure, invigorating, and alive with universal energy. Hold the breath gently, sensing your ego's chains loosen and dissolve, the links melting away in the rising, purifying heat. Exhale for 4, releasing the illusions of mastery, letting go of every forced bend in the road or anticipated turn that no longer serves. What arises naturally in this yielding? A harmonious, graceful dance with the serpent, intuitive, unbound, and flowing like a river, finding its way to the sea. Recall a personal moment where forced control yielded unexpectedly to grace, a blocked path suddenly unveiling unforeseen heights and opportunities you never imagined. Kundalini teaches sacred alignment with the unseen forces of the universe, acting as a wise navigator through these perils toward effortless, profound unity. If you've encountered these physical perils firsthand, comment your story below for community support and shared wisdom. Deeper into the process, isolation's shroud falls heavily, deliberately crafted by the universe or your own fears to cut your ascending soul from its divine source. A thick fog that turns once vibrant connections into echoing solitude, leaving you feeling adrift in a vast emptiness. Overstimulation strikes without warning, your senses amplified to unbearable extremes. Where ordinary lights blind like explosive solar flares, everyday sounds thunder like cosmic drums pounding in your skull, or new vulnerabilities open psychic doors to energies and entities that can feel invasive. The body, as a sacred temple under the serpent's intense climb, begins to rebel, harboring risks like hormonal or organ imbalances, persistent headaches that throb like warnings, digestive disturbances, or even temporary psychotic-like episodes that have been buried in myths and medical texts for centuries. Kundalini, in its mercy, mends this chasm over time, weaving fiery, golden threads back to the divine with radiant healing surges that restore balance. Envision the serpent's piercing light cutting through the veils, guiding you home like a steadfast beacon, navigating through turbulent, starless voids. Sense the isolation fully, scattered energies swirling chaotically like vortexes in the ether, a fragmented self lost in the hazy mists of ascent where nothing feels solid. Center yourself on your breath's natural rhythm, the universe's primal cadence pulsing steadily like an eternal, reassuring heartbeat that connects all life. Inhale deeply, unraveling the shroud strand by delicate strand. Exhale completely, unveiling the intricate, interconnected web of existence, with stars aligning in your inner cosmos to reveal hidden patterns. Ask inwardly, who am I amid this fire? The answer echoes back. Infinite energy, boundless, intertwined with all that is. Recall a cherished moment of profound unity, a shared resonance with another's essence vibrating like perfectly attuned strings on a cosmic instrument, or the earth's gentle whisper in a sacred grove, revealing the undeniable oneness of everything. Kundalini unites body, mind, and spirit in a fiery, harmonious wholeness, dissolving the dangers to illuminate the eternal lattice of reality. What isolation experiences from your own path relate to this? Share to build our collective understanding. As Kundalini awakens fully and integrates, the initial turmoil bows in reverence to a divine blaze, a sacred inferno where every shadow is transmuted into pure, illuminating light, creating a state of elevated consciousness. Storms expand into vast, expansive heavens that embrace all experiences without judgment. Surges become the serpent's loving embrace, guiding every coil, crest, and valley with gentle precision. Ego fades away completely, bearing your luminous core, one with the cosmic fire, unbreakable and resilient amid any hidden dangers that once loomed. This is the concealed truth at the heart of it all. You are the eternal flame itself, sovereign and free beyond all illusions and limitations. Healing streams forth like rivers of light cascading over scorched earth, renewing everything in its path. Bliss settles softly like starlight, reflecting on tranquil waters, a divine nectar soothing and elevating the ascended soul to new realms. Stand tall as a pillar of vibrant energy, deeply rooted in the earth, yet soaring boundlessly to infinity, bridging worlds. Inhale for a slow count of 5, absorbing the awakening like a potent elixir from stellar blooms in the heavens. Hold the breath, letting transformation cascade through every cell of your being, igniting latent potentials you never knew existed. Exhale for 5, emanating pure radiance to the very edges of your aura, banishing any lingering perils with an unwavering protective glow. Affirm with conviction, I am the awakened serpent, eternal and whole. What ignites within? A blazing ecstasy unfolding wings of infinite wisdom and compassion. Kundalini is your true essence, an eternal torch for every seeker, navigating through dangers with an unquenchable, guiding fire that lights the way forward. Remember always to integrate safely. Consult experienced experts if intense symptoms persist, as balance is key. This profound odyssey blazes forth into a new dawn, lighting every path ahead with empowered, transformative radiance that shifts your entire reality. Through the surges and challenges, breathe steady and centered. In moments of ecstasy, dwell gratefully, embracing each flame's precious gift as it unfolds. Ascend as a sovereign being, with perils fading away like dying embers scattered in the wind, no longer holding power. The unveiled dangers teach us. Mastering thyself claims boundless power, a sacred heritage reclaimed from the serpent's ancient coils. Carry this inner fire boldly, beckoning others to ignite their own, fostering a collective blaze that awakens the world one soul at a time. Share your flame below. What ignited deeply within you? What visions or insights arose during this exploration? Like if this resonated with your journey, subscribe for more on spiritual awakenings and hidden truths, and hit notifications to stay connected. Let's grow together safely on this path.